Hey, welcome back to that God Power channel. This is the channel where we're going to unlock the God Power land dormant on the inside of you. But first, today we got to finish breaking down the book of Genesis. This time we're on chapter 46. So I'm just going to jump right into it. If you didn't see what happened in chapter 45, you should go back and watch the video. It's pretty good. We're getting here. This is the point where Jacob, Israel, is about to go see his son Joseph in Egypt. And he's like, remember Joseph told him like, hey, come back and bring all your stuff. So this is what's happening. So Jacob set out for Egypt with all his possessions. And when he came to Beersheba, he offered sacrifices to the God of his father Isaac. During the night, God spoke to him in a vision. He said, Jacob, Jacob, he called. And Jacob was like, here I am. And he was like, I am God, the God of your father. Do not be afraid to go down to Egypt, for there I will make your family into a great nation. I will go with you down to Egypt, and I will bring you back again. You will die in Egypt, but Joseph will be with you to close your eyes. And you know what? I think that either, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Joseph or, not Joseph. Yeah, it was Jacob, like Israel, or his father Isaac, who was in the same exact place, Beersheba, and God had a conversation with him. I want to say it was Jacob right here, and it was when he was about to go serve Laban, but I may be wrong. I have to go look that up. But anyways, so Jacob left Beersheba, and his sons took him to Egypt. They carried him and their little ones and their wives in the wagons Pharaoh had provided for them. They also took all their livestock and all the personal belongings they had acquired in the land of Canaan. So Jacob and his entire family went to Egypt. Sons, grandsons, daughters, granddaughters, all his descendants. These are all the names of the descendants of Israel, the sons of Jacob who went to Egypt. So now, this is like all the people who are from Jacob's clan who went to Egypt. And they still are calling him Jacob in this, but let's remember that God changed his name to Israel. So his name is Israel at this point. I should really be referring to him as Israel. And maybe down in the text it should say Israel. But it's talking about the same person. We're talking about the same person, okay? Here's the names. Reuben was Jacob's oldest son. The sons of Reuben were Hanok, Palu, Hezron, and Camri. I drive a Camry. The sons of Simeon were Jemuel, Jamin, Ohad, Jachin, Zoar, and Shaul. Shaul's mother was a Canaanite woman. The sons of Levi were Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. The sons of Judah. Now Judah, remember we know Judah. He's been talking up the whole time. He even had his own little side story at one point. The sons of Judah were Onan, Shelah, Perez, and Zerah. Through and Onan, and Onan, they died in the land of Canaan, so they weren't still alive. They're still counted as his sons, though. The sons of Perez were Hezron and Hamuel. So Perez actually had sons. So Judah was a grandpapa. You know what I'm saying? Going in here. The sons of Issachar were Tola, Puah, Jeshub, and Shimron. That's pretty cool. The sons of Zebulun were Sered, Elon, and Jaleel. These were the sons of Leah and Jacob who were born in Padam Aram in addition to their daughter Dinah. The number of Jacob's descendants, male and female, through Leah was 35. So 35 people through Leah. Talking about grandchildren and all, right? And this Jacob is the old head. So Jacob is a great-grandfather to some of these people, because if Judah is a grandfather, then Jacob is a great-grandfather. The sons of Gad were Zephron, Hagri, Shuni, Esbon, Eri, Orodi, and Areli. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishva, Ishvi, and Beriah. Their sister was Sarah. Beriah's sons were Heber and Malchiel. These were the sons of Zilpah, the servant given to Leah by her father Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Zilpah was 16. So you have 35 and 16, or 33 and 16. The sons of Jacob's wife Rachel were Joseph and Benjamin, just two. And remember, he's the one, he loved Rachel. He really, really liked Rachel. So it's Joseph and Benjamin. Joseph's sons born in the land of Egypt were Manasseh and Ephraim. Their mother was Asenath, daughter of Potiphera, the priest of On. Benjamin's sons were Bela, Becher, Ashbel, Jerah, Naaman, Ehi, Rosh, Mupin, Huppim, and then Ard. And just Ard. That's Ard, bro. But that was a lot of sons. Benjamin had a lot of sons. These were the sons of Rachel and Jacob. The number of Jacob's descendants through Rachel was 14. So 16, 14. Remember, he had another servant, which was Rachel's servant. And the son of Dan was Hushim. The son of Naphtali, or the sons of Naphtali, were Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shillem. These were the sons of Bilhah, the servant given to Rachel by her father Laban. The number of Jacob's descendants through Bilhah was 7. So those are all 4. Remember, Jacob had 4. And he had a lot of people with him. The total number of Jacob's direct descendants who went with him to Egypt, not counting his sons' wives, was 66. In addition, Joseph had 2 sons who were born in Egypt. So altogether, there were 70 members of Jacob's family in the land of Egypt. So Jacob, including his son Joseph and Joseph's family, 70 people. That's a lot of people. If you've ever been to a family reunion, 70 is a big number. And it's all people. That's all clan. That's my peoples. That's a lot. So as they neared their destination, Jacob sent Judah ahead to meet Joseph and get directions to the region of Goshen. And when they finally arrived there, Joseph prepared a chariot to travel to Goshen to meet his father Jacob. And when Joseph arrived, he embraced his father, wept, holding him for a long time. Finally, Jacob said to Joseph, "Now I'm ready to die, since I've seen your face again and know you're still alive." And Joseph said to his brothers and his family, "I'll go to Pharaoh and tell him, my brothers and my father's entire family have come to me from the land of Canaan. These men were shepherds, and they raised livestock. They have brought with them their flocks and herds and everything they own." Then he said, "When Pharaoh calls for you and asks you about your occupation, you must tell him, 'We, your servants, have raised livestock all our lives, as our ancestors have always done.' When you tell him this, he will let you live here in the region of Goshen, for the Egyptians despise shepherds." So what they mean by that is like they despise shepherds. And I think shepherds are more so like the nomadic people who go through and they do the same thing that herdsmen do, which herdsmen would be contributing to society. The shepherds are just moving through with their flocks. So I think that's why. And also, that's the end of chapter 46. I know there's a lot of names in that one. I'm going to try to cut it up so it's like... but I know it's a lot of names in that. And it does make a lot of sense. And I kind of was curious to who is who. It's nice to know that Judah's a grandfather and that Jacob or Israel is a great-grandfather. And now they're in Egypt, or they're in the land of Goshen, which is kind of like a little outskirts city of Egypt or whatever. And this is where they're staying at, all 70 of them, not including the wives. And it's probably like hundreds of them, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Hopefully you learned something, and I'll catch you in the next one, chapter 47. Oh, wait, I forgot to tell you that you got that God power. On your heart, tugging on your... Get them.